Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
In continuation to the last class, that is what Autumn's 1 numericals, right? In this class we start with the next problem. So here if you see that last class, right, there we stopped with the third problem. Now we start with the fourth problem. Okay, right. See here, first I will tell you the problem and then we will go for solution. Okay, right. According to the classical electromagnetic theory, calculate the initial frequency of the light emitted by the electron revolving around a proton in hydrogen atom. I will repeat once again. According to the classical electromagnetic theory, calculate the initial frequency of the light emitted by the electron revolving around a proton in hydrogen atom. Okay, right. And you know what happens according to the classical electromagnetic theory, and you know what is the frequency, that is what number of revolutions or number of revolutions made by a electron in 1 second, that is what. So calculate the initial frequency of the light emitted by the electron revolving around a proton in hydrogen atom. So you know what is hydrogen atom and what is the atom, right? And what is the nucleus, and protons and neutrons are present in the nucleus. In surrounding the nucleus, you know, the orbits are present. In those orbits the electrons are revolving, right? And so the number of revolutions made by electron in 1 second is simply said to be that frequency. Okay, right. And see the solution. From the previous problem, that is what third problem, right? From the previous problem, we know that velocity of electron moving around a proton, in hydrogen atom in an orbit of radius 5.3, into 10 to the power of minus 11 meter, 5.3 into 10 to the power of minus 11 meter is 2.2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 meter per second, right? So when the numericals are constant, when the numericals are not changing, you know, the value what we are getting is also same, no? That's why he took that value, that is what velocity of electron moving around a proton in a hydrogen atom from previous problem. That is the only thing, right? And if you want, you can see that third problem that is what to finalize this value, that is what velocity of electron moving around a proton in hydrogen atom in an orbit of radius 5.3 into 10 to the power of minus 11 meters is 2.2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 meters per second. 2.2 into 10 to the power of 10 to the power of minus 6 meters per second. Okay, that is what he is saying. Afterwards, you know, if you observe carefully, that is what mass of the electron is constant and charge of electron is also constant, no, right? That's why if you substitute all these things, that is what right, if you substitute all these things, you will get it as that is what the velocity of electron moving around a proton in hydrogen atom in an orbit of radius. So that value of velocity of electron moving around a proton in a hydrogen atom in an orbit of radius 5.3 into 10 to the power of minus 11 meter is 2.2 into 10 to the power of 6 meters per second. Okay, right. And you can find the frequency, Noma. That is what the frequency of the electron moving around the proton is. Nu is equal to V by 2 pi r. V by 2 pi r. V is the velocity and it is what radius. Okay, that is 5.3 into 10 to the power of minus 11 meters. Okay, you substitute this value here and substitute this value here, and 2 pi, that is what pi is 3.14, and you will get it as 6.6 into 10 to the power of 15 Hz. 6.6 into 10 to the power of 15 Hz. Right. So whatever he is asking, that is what to calculate the initial frequency of the light emitted by the electron revolving around a proton in hydrogen atom is 6.6 into 10 to the power of 15 Hz. Okay, right. And you see this information, ma? According to classical electromagnetic theory, we know that the frequency of the electromagnetic waves emitted by the revolving electrons is equal to the frequency of its revolution around the nucleus. According to classical electromagnetic theory, we know that the frequency of the electromagnetic waves emitted by the revolving electrons is equal to the frequency of its revolution around the nucleus. Okay, so what is the final conclusion? You know, that is what the initial frequency of the light emitted is. The initial frequency of the light emitted is 6.6 into 10 to the power of 15 Hz. 6.6 into 10 to the power of 15 Hz. Okay, right. So in this problem, he is asking to find, according to classical electromagnetic theory, what is the initial frequency of the light emitted by the electron revolving around a proton in hydrogen atom. Okay, right. So from our previous problem, we can conclude these values. That is what for the orbit of radius 5.3 into 10 to the power of minus 11 meter, you know, the velocity of electron moving around a proton in hydrogen atom is 2.2 into 10 to the power of 6 meter per second. Thus, the frequency of the electron moving around the proton is nu is equal to V by 2 pi r, that is equal to 2.2 into 10 to the power of 6 divided by 2 pi into 5.3 into 10 to the power of minus 11 meter, that is equal to 6.6 into 10 to the power of 15 Hz. Okay, right. According to classical electromagnetic theory, you know that the frequency of the electromagnetic waves emitted by revolving electron is equal to the frequency of its revolution around the nucleus. Thus, the initial frequency of the light emitted is 6.6 into 10 to the power of 15 Hz. Next problem. A 10 kg satellite, you know, a 10 kg satellite circles, right? A 10 kg satellite circles Earth once every 2 hours in an orbit having a radius of 8,000 kilometer. In an orbit of radius 8,000 kilometer. Okay, see here, full stop. Assuming that Bohr's angular momentum postulate applies to satellites just as it does to an electron in the hydrogen atom, right? Assuming that Bohr's angular momentum postulate, that is what, you know, L is equal to mvr is equal to n into h by 2 pi. Otherwise, you can say that, you know, Ln, that is for nth orbit, the angular momentum is equal to, you know, m, that is the mass of, that is the same, no, for electron wherever it is same, and you know, velocity in nth orbit and radius in nth orbit, that is what m into Vn into Rn is equal to n into h by 2 pi, that you can also write it as n into h cut. Okay, right. So assuming that Bohr's angular momentum postulates applies to satellites just as it does to an electron in the hydrogen atom. Right. Find the quantum number of the orbit of the satellite. Find the quantum number of the orbit of the satellite. Okay, right. And you see here, that is what first you can write. This is what equation number 12 point. Okay, whatever it may be, but this is the equation. That's I already told you. Equation for angular momentum in nth orbit is Ln is equal to m into Vn into Rn, that is equal to n into h by 2 pi. Right. Okay. We have m into Vn into Rn is equal to n into h by 2 pi, that is equal to n h cut. Okay. Right. Okay. According to the given, that is what mass is 10 kg, and Rn is equal to, it is 8,000 kilometers, but you can convert into meters. If you convert into meters, 8 into 10 power 6 meters. Okay. We have the time period of the circling satellite as 2 hours. 2 hours means 7,200 seconds. 2 hours means 7,200 seconds. Okay, right. Thus the velocity Vn is equal to 2 pi Rn by t. Okay. While writing velocity and frequency, don't confuse, so we are using generally small v or capital V for velocity, and purely nu or n for frequency. Okay, right. So you don't confuse, and based on the situation and based on the solution, right, that is what where we are in the solution, that is the first point or second point, and what we are talking, you can conclude that. For example, here I am writing, that is what velocity here I mentioned, so then you don't bother about the notation. At the same time, if you see this formula, you can automatically conclude that this is the velocity, because velocity is the displacement by time. Otherwise, speed is the distance by time. Okay, that's why here the velocity Vn is equal to 2 pi Rn by t. Okay, and see here the quantum number of the orbit of satellites. How can we write the expression? See here, that is what n is equal to 2 pi Rn whole square into small m by t into h. So to find out the quantum number of the orbit of satellite, small n is equal to 2 pi Rn whole square into small m divided by, that is what capital T into small h. Okay, this is what the expression for quantum number, and we have to substitute the values, right? So 2 pi, okay, pi is 3.14 or 22 by 7, and radius of the nth orbit already given, that is what 8,000 kilometers, or we have to substitute in meters. I already told many times, right? While substituting the numerical values in one physics formula, all the values, that is what all the physical quantities must be in one system of unit, right? And if you take this radius of nth orbit, they have given in kilometers in the problem, and if you see the mass of the satellite, they have given in kilogram. Kilogram is the SI unit of mass, okay, but kilometer is not the SI unit of distance, no. Kilometer is not the SI unit of distance. That's why this kilometer you have to convert into meters. That is our requirement. Okay, and next, if you see the time, they have given in hours. Hour is not the SI unit of time, right? That's why we have to convert into seconds. So 2 hours means 7,200, because 1 hour is equal to 3,600 seconds, no. So 2 hours means 2 into 3,600, that is what 7,200 second. T is equal to 7,200 second. Okay, see this. that is what 2 pi into 8 into 10 to the power of 6 meter whole square because of this into 10 divided by, time period is 7200 seconds as I told you already, and h is the Planck's constant, that is 6.64 into 10 to the power of minus 34, 6.64 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second, okay, that's what. And if you do this calculation, that is what you will get it as 5.3 into 10 to the power of 45, right? 5.3 into 10 to the power of 45 as n value. That is what quantum number of the orbit of satellite. Quantum number of the orbit of satellite, mass 10 kg, and the radius of the orbit is 8 into 10 to the power of 6 meters, and the time period of the satellite is 2 hours, that is what 7200 seconds. Okay, see here. Note that the quantum number for the satellite motion, is extremely large. See here this 10 to the power of 45, you can imagine, right? So 10 to the power of 45 means how much big is it? Okay, so note that the quantum number for the satellite motion is extremely large. So what is our idea? What is our idea and what is our theory regarding this large value of quantum number? For such large quantum numbers, the results of quantization conditions tend to those of classical physics, right? Because it is almost like we are talking about solar system, because Earth and satellite means, right? Earth and satellite and atom and nucleus means like micro things, right? But if you go for Earth and satellite, it is macro, right? Because universe is unimaginable space. Universe is unimaginable space in our surroundings. Okay, so here we are talking about satellite and Earth, so that's why this is the large value. Okay, anyhow, to deal with such type of large values of quantum number, okay, and we have to go for classical physics, okay, right? And in this problem number 5, we found the quantum number of the orbit of satellites. Okay, regarding the nucleus and electron, we came to know, we already knew that. Okay, we knew everything about, that is what quantum numbers with respect to electron and the nucleus and atom, it's okay. But here the problem is, the same concept he is extending to the solar system. That is what here there is no discussion about sun, but why I am mentioning the solar system means, in our solar system there are 8 planets, okay, and Earth is one of the planet, okay. So that he is talking about Earth and satellite means almost macro things, almost macro things and the big in size, right? And Earth is large in diameter. You just compare the size of the nucleus with the size of the Earth. So yourself you may conclude that how much big is it? Okay, how much big is it? Okay, you can realize yourself, right? See here, next problem, the problem number 6. Okay, so in this problem we calculated that quantum number, that is problem 5, and that value is 5.3 into 10 to the power of 45. So to deal with these larger values, we have to go for classical physics. Okay, right? And now we are going to see that problem number 6. Okay, see here. Using the Rydberg formula, calculate the wavelengths of the first 4 spectral lines in the Lyman series of the hydrogen spectrum. I'll repeat once again. Using the Rydberg formula, what is Rydberg formula 3? Using the Rydberg formula, calculate the wavelength of the first 4 spectral lines. Calculate the wavelength of the first 4 spectral lines in the Lyman series, of the hydrogen spectrum, the Lyman series of the hydrogen spectrum. Okay, right. See the solution. Initially he has written the Rydberg formula, that's we know Hc by lambda. Hc by lambda is equal to m e to the power of 4 divided by 8 epsilon naught square h square into 1 by nf square minus 1 by ni square. Okay, so phi means f means like final and I means like initial, right? So that is what nf and ni. Actually we are writing 1 by n2 square minus 1 by n1 square. Okay, whatever it may be. So 1 is the initial and 2 is the final. So here in place of 2 and 1 we have written, right, f and I. So this is the Rydberg formula. Okay. The wavelengths of the first 4 lines in the Lyman series correspond to transitions from Ni is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5 to Nf is equal to 1. Okay. So what is Lyman series? What is Balmer series? Right. So these are all So the corresponding transitions also But regarding the Lyman series, because the question is regarding the Lyman series, no. So regarding the Lyman series correspond to transitions from Ni is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5 to Nf is equal to 1. Okay, right. We know that this value, that is what m e power 4 by 8 epsilon naught square h square, 8 epsilon naught square h square is equal to 13.6 electron volt. 13.6 electron volt, and that if you convert into joules, that is what 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus joules. No, so you write that value here, then you will get it as 21.76 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. Okay, 21.76 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. This is the value of this quantity, that is m e power 4 by 8 epsilon naught square h square. Okay, right. And next step, therefore lambda I1, that is what wavelength is equal to hc by and this value, that is what 21.76 into 10 to the power of minus 19 into that is what 1 by 1 minus 1 by ni square, and it is what meter, it is meter. Okay, and you substitute these values also, that is what 6.625, it is the Planck's constant, 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 into C value, that is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 into ni square divided by 21.76 into 10 to the power of minus 19, and this you can write it as ni square minus 1, and the denominator part will go here, that is what ni square. Then finally we will get it as 0.9134 into ni square divided by ni square minus 1 into 10 to the power of minus 7 meter, right? And finally 913.4 into ni square divided by ni square minus 1 angstrom unit. Okay, and now you substitute these values, that is what 2, 3, 4, 5, and nf is equal to 1, that we already did here, right? Just you have to substitute ni value. So if you substitute, you will get it as, wavelength for, that is what lambda 21 is equal to, so from 2 to 1 it is 1218 angstrom unit, and lambda 41, that is 974.3 angstrom unit, and lambda 51, okay, and lambda 21 and lambda 41 and lambda 51. Okay, lambda 21 is equal to, it is 1218 angstrom unit, and lambda 31, it is from 3 to 1, third orbit to the first orbit, that is what 1028 angstrom unit, and lambda 41, see here is 21 is 31, and lambda 41 is equal to 974.3 angstrom unit, and lambda 51 is 951.4 angstrom unit. Okay, so these are the wavelength values. What he is asking, that is what calculate the wavelengths of the first 4 spectral lines. First 4 spectral lines in the Lyman series. These are the values of wavelengths of first 4 spectral lines. Okay, right. So in this class we concentrated on 3 problems, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, in 4th problem we found out that is what initial frequency of the light, initial frequency of the light emitted by the electron revolving around a proton in hydrogen atom. And in the second problem, I mean in this class, it is the 5th problem. In 5th problem we found out that is quantum number of the orbit of satellites. Okay, so it is 5.3 into 10 to the power of 45. Okay, and afterwards in problem 6 we found out and we calculated wavelengths of the first 4 spectral lines in the Lyman series of the hydrogen spectrum like this. These are the values. Okay, right. Thank you. We will continue in the next class.